everyone. Let me just, as usual with these art streams, I always end up doing like several minutes of trying to set up because I have yet to figure out the best way to do these. Hold on. Way to do these. Alright, double volume. There we go. Hey, Claire. Yeah, sorry, let me just, it's so hard to, like, get these organized. Hi, Silly Lemon Art. Hi, Alexis. I'm sorry. Hi, Isaiah. Hi, Project SNT. Hi, everyone. Hi, Lemon Bread. Hi, Keller's Comments. Critical Mode Gaming. Hi, everybody. Yeah, sorry for those who like maybe didn't know about the cosplay thing. I think a lot of people didn't even know I had a Tsumugi cosplay. Hi, Andrew. Looks incredible. Oh, thank you. Yeah, these are actually like for anyone here who happens to be familiar with the Tsumugi cosplay before, which is probably like practically no one here, but she has new glasses now, so. Yeah, I got these from a thrift store. They were like $4. That I hadn't even popped the lenses out of them. I had to like remove them before I started today. Looks incredible. Thank you, Claire. Oh, thank you so much for the Jules Lemon Bread. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know what a shout out is, Alexis. I'm sorry. Whenever people say that, I'm like, I don't know what that means. What do you mean by shout out? Okay, so yeah, sorry, let me, I'm still trying to like get the best, like set up here. I struggle with this every time. I feel like the first time I did one of these art streams, I did like, I had a really, really good setup and then I was never able to quite get it as good again. What did I do right that first time? I don't know. Hey, Dolly Chu, hi. Hey, Wei Kwan. I still don't know, is it Wei Kwan or is it Wake Kwan? I'm not sure. Shout out is where you just say someone's name in a stream. Oh yeah, I just do that already though. I already did that, Alexis, as soon as you showed up. I always just say hi to everyone. Cosplay's looking so pretty. Oh, thank you, Dolly Chu. Yeah, so you're someone who does know my Tsumugi cosplay from before, because I think most people here haven't seen it before, so yeah, she has new glasses now. This is also the first time I've ever done this cosplay with the like Douyin makeup. I hope it's not like too much for her, because like, I know that sounds weird because it's a cosplay and all, but like for those who know Danganronpa V3, it's like Tsumugi's whole thing is that she's such a plain Jane. Like she is like intentionally as boring as possible. So I did like the Douyin makeup with her because that's like I've just been trying to like practice it and stuff. But also like part of me was like, is that like actually the right look though for Tsumugi, or should I just be like as plain as possible? It's hard to like go too plain when you're used to like cosplay makeup, you know what I mean? Which is funny because Tsumugi's whole thing in Danganronpa is like literally she's the ultimate cosplayer. Like that's her talent. But like when she's not in cosplay, of course she's like plain, so it's a bit of a conundrum. When artist, oh, thank you so much, Cooper. Barely even know the franchise. That's okay, you really don't need to, especially with Tsumugi. All you have to know is she's boring. That's the funny thing about her. That's why I didn't do like a get ready with me, because I was like, what's the point? You know, like this makeup only took like an hour, and like the only reason I even did the makeup today is because I just wanted to make a couple quick transitions for Junko. So yeah, right before I went live, I just like quickly just filmed a couple of those super fast and then was like, okay, let's get to the live stream. So I just figured like, so long as I was gonna be in cosplay anyway, why not go live in cosplay, you know? Makes sense, doesn't it? Especially because I'm pretty sure Tsumugi can draw. I mean, she's the ultimate cosplayer, but like, based on her like lab in the game and everything, like it seems like she also does like designing and everything. Like she would know how to do like fashion design and stuff. So Plus, she would like nerdy things like Deltarune for sure, so. Hi, #1 Lemon Demon fan. Love the makeup. If she's playing, she deserves good makeup. Thank you, Dolly Chew. Yeah, and it was good practice. I've tried really hard to get good at this kind of makeup. I know I don't do human makeup very often, but if anything, that's why I need to practice, though. Because if you don't do it often, then the only way to practice is to just do it every chance you get. Tsumugi's utterly plain. Nothing special about her? Nope. Nothing at all. Total plain Jane. Flatline. Well, it's me, Toichika. Hi, Toichika. Looks good to me. Oh, thank you, Keller's comments. What cosplay am I doing? Yeah, for those who don't know the Danganronpa franchise, this is Tsumugi Shirogane from Danganronpa V3. She is a fun one to cosplay because literally her ultimate talent, because you know in Danganronpa all the students have ultimate talents, hers is literally that she's the ultimate cosplayer. So if you cosplay Tsumugi, you are a cosplayer cosplaying a cosplayer. It's fun. It's got layers. Who likes FNAF? Probably everyone here, considering it's my channel. You look pretty with every outfit you do. Oh, thank you, Jaden. You're very kind. Latex cosplays? I've probably done something like that at some point, to be perfectly honest. My whole background is in like the goth scene and everything. Yeah, so sorry, I'm probably gonna still keep fidgeting with this setup a bit as we go here, but like, you know, I don't want to like waste too much time. We'll try to like get as much art going here as possible. It's not too bad today. I feel like last time I did this, the setup was like really bad. This is a bit better this time. But the only other thing is like, gosh, the mirror is so dusty. I keep trying to clean it, and then it keeps like, hold on, let me see if I can. I feel like it's because we have cats. You know what I mean? Like the cats are just dust bombs. Let me try to just like wipe this off a little. I love those cats, but like whenever people are like, cats are such clean creatures, I'm like, whose cats? What cats exactly are you referring to? Because it ain't mine. Mine are gross. I love them, but they're gross. I need to do like a proper like Windexing on this, I think. Ugh, yeah, looks nasty. It's also like covered in glitter and stuff. Some of that's probably just from me doing this today. Because that's the thing, even though Tsumugi is like a plain Jane, like I'll fully admit that like, I don't know if you can really tell from here, but like I still went and did like, you know, all the sparkles and stuff. There's rhinestones and things. I mean, it's me. I can't help myself. It wouldn't be me if I didn't. Even for Tsumugi. Am I gonna finish the art today? I'm probably not gonna finish it, but I do want to see if we can at least make some progress on it. In fact, it would actually be better if I don't finish it, only because I do want to make a shorts video out of it. So there should at least be a few steps left that I can film just to like finish off that video. Although I don't know, we'll see. Like, I don't know. This is like a little. I'm trying to think how to word this. I don't. Is this illustration worth continuing? I can't think of a way to say that that's not like super dark sounding. Like the first video that I did for this one, the shorts video, I think it may have been the worst performing like shorts video I've possibly ever had on my channel. Like I'm trying to think what the percentage was. Like I think eventually it got to like 5,000 views and only like 100 likes or something. What is that, like 0.05% or something? It flopped just as badly everywhere else, so I can't say it's just the YouTube algorithm. I was hoping I could like save it in color, you know, like maybe the inking just was like not great. So I was like experimenting with coloring it yesterday, but I feel like if anything, it's getting worse. So I figured I could like leave it, not leave it up to y'all, like that's not too much pressure. You should never put pressure on viewers like that. I just mean more like I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, you know. I mean, part of me is like we should finish it just because wouldn't it be nice to just at least see what we end up with? But then the other part of me is like, well, If it's a lost cause, though, we can instead use that time to, like, start over with it or something, you know what I mean? Like, there's like a weird balance there. So, I don't know. I'm kind of torn on it. Problem is I'm not very good at coloring, so part of me is like, well, even if I start over, it's not going to improve. So maybe, like, that was the wrong approach to begin with? I don't know. Magical girl from DC Comics? No, I'm doing a Tsumugi Shirogane from the Danganronpa V3. That was a weird way to word it. I don't know why I said it that way. I could see Tsumugi wanting to do the weird route. Oh, Tsumugi would love the weird route. Tsumugi would be that person who, like, ends up accidentally doing the weird route before doing the regular weird route, or doing the regular route, you know? Just stumbles into it. Hi, Geo Bunny. Would you use for that? Do you mean for this illustration? Because, yeah, if we do continue it today, I'm going to pull out, like, I use Chromatech watercolor brush pens, so I shoved them all out of the way as I was setting up today, but I'll put them back on the table. It is worth continuing. It doesn't have to be here, but it can be salvaged. Yeah, it looks good. Roll on. Okay. Family are being treated by ICE. My dad might be sent to a detention center. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it all works out. Yeah, keep us updated. Yeah, good luck with that. Hopefully nothing bad ends up happening. Brush pens? Yeah, here, let me grab, actually I have a few sitting right here. So they're like this. So they are technically just watercolors. It's essentially just like, instead of having brushes and then you've got like a palette of colors, they just insert the color into each pen. It's just like a different way of doing watercolors essentially. I like them because I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do this. Like, the idea is meant to be that you put down some color and then you, like, paint with water. They're watercolors. But I tend to kind of just, like, go for it straight out of the bottle, so to speak, because you can get such, like, intense neons out of it. Unfortunately, I think doing it that way all the time has kind of backfired for me as far as, like, practice, because I don't know, I went into this illustration hoping I could do more of like an Art Nouveau kind of coloring, which would involve barely any color really. You know, you put down a little pigment and then you like to do a ton of water, you just wash it all out. Clearly I just wasn't able to do that. I think the problem is I get super self-conscious, and so I end up like putting down some color and then thinking, oh no, that wasn't good enough. So then I do more, and I'm like, it's still not good enough, and then I do more, and then the next thing you know, I just have like a muddy mess. I mean, I do think like, it's hard to judge this one at this point because there's still things like highlights and stuff that haven't been added, so like of course it's gonna look kind of muddy, but I don't know. I keep thinking like I'm going like too ambitious, where it's like, as somebody who doesn't know very well how to color, I don't know why I keep trying to do stuff like this when I should probably try something easier that doesn't set me up for failure. But I am what I am, I suppose. So I don't know. I was thinking like, maybe I'll try to keep going a bit with this today and we'll see how it looks, and like y'all can like weigh in if you think it's not going well, you know? Because like I said, I can always just start over too. I mean, it's not like the end of the world or anything. Freezing like crazy. Is the stream having issues? Is it buffering or anything? It looks okay on my end, but I know I was actually having that exact problem the last time I streamed. So yeah, if anyone's having issues with that, let me know, because hopefully it's not my Wi-Fi or anything. Oh, those are neat. Yeah, I really like these, and they're not too expensive either, which I appreciate. Like, gosh, some like fancy watercolors get so pricey, it's ridiculous. So I'm trying to use that. The real way to use them seems like too much work. Yeah, I mean, I was doing it a bit that way. Like, let me grab some of these, because like I dumped them all on the floor as I was like setting up. But somewhere in here is like the oh yeah, here it is. It comes with like these ones where you just load them with water. So I was trying to use this as much as I could, you know, like a little bit of pigment, lots of water. The problem is I'm not that good at that, you know, like I kept being like, oh, I don't know, and then like adding more color and like, oh, I don't know, and then more color, and it was just like, I think I lost the plot. I lost control of things. Hi, Dumbo. Welcome to the stream. Looks perfect. What do you mean you can improve? Like you said, Undertale against the deer thingy, you can't improve perfection. Oh, thank you, Claire. I don't know. I feel like I'm just not like, I don't know. It's been a while since I've done anything I particularly liked. I hate to say it. Like, I wasn't happy with how that Deltarune illustration turned out. I'm glaring at it right now. It's sitting next to me. I know this one here, I just, the fact that I didn't immediately grab it shows you how I feel about it. I wasn't super happy with this one. I still think this was above my skill level for coloring. I was working on that one sketchbook illustration last time, and I don't even like how that's turning out, which is weird because that one's not even like being colored in the same way. I don't know. I can't seem to like get my act together lately. So I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have like jumped straight from this one into Noelle. Like I'm not like there yet or something. But I don't know. I figured we'll at least like maybe keep going a bit with this and just see what happens, you know. But I don't know. Part of me is tempted to give up on it. Stream seems fine to you, Project S&T? Okay, good. Yeah, it looks okay on my end. It feels better for you, girl. I personally love it. Oh, thank you. It looks ethereal. I'm sure you'll figure it out, though. We're starting to be sad. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at with it, too, where it's like, wouldn't that just be a bit of a bummer? I don't know. I mean, we can just... Yeah, like, we can keep trying, but... I don't know. Like, even just looking at the hair right now, I'm like, why is it so... It looks like grimy. Maybe I used too much water, you know, and the paper started, like, pilling and stuff. Sorry, finished my iced coffee. I'm gonna switch over to one of these like I usually do. Got blue for Tsumugi. Hey, Andy. Lost the plot. Tends to happen with Danganronpa a lot. Ooh, shade. Ah, sorry. What's wrong with it? I don't know. It just looks like... To me, it looks like it was done by someone who doesn't know what they're doing. I hate to say it. I think you're punishing yourself too much. Yeah. I don't know. I was trying to think when was like the last time I drew or painted anything I liked, and I couldn't think of anything. It's like, oh geez. kind of grim, but nothing came to mind. Sorry, I've got like way too much stuff over here. Should have organized a bit better. Blonde hair is hard to get right. It is, yeah. And me with like my gothic art tendencies, like I'm so used to doing like black hair and stuff. Blonde, I'm like, what do I do with this? So I'm just trying to get this positioned a bit better, as usual. If I like tilt it a bit. Nah, that's worse. Something like that. Main issues are too much brown and the face feels flat. Yeah, that's the thing is like, I don't know how to put this in a way that doesn't sound a little hopeless, but like, I'm not particularly capable of doing like 3 dimensions. Like the flat face issue is probably always gonna be like that for me. I don't think I can do it any other way. Yeah, I have like problems, so yeah, like things that I can't do anything about, so Yeah, I mean that's sort of the problem is I feel like when I start art, a lot of times it's sort of doomed from the beginning, and usually I just try to get it as like not doomed as I can. But this one, I'm like, the more I'm working on it, the more I'm like, maybe this one is actually kind of just doomed though. I don't know. Midwest Detected, yeah, Chicago. I probably have a bit of that Chicago accent. You should hear, like, my dad has, like, the classic Skokie accent, so, oh my gosh, my dad does this, y'all are gonna hate this, it's so, people always hate this one. My dad does the thing where he says, like, milk and, like, vanilla and stuff. It makes people cringe so bad, but that's the accent. I don't do that, but he does. Hello, good day. Hi, Carol. Good drawing. Oh, thank you, John Doe. The other ones with watercolor acrylic pens. They're pretty much all watercolor, but I do throw some pen work in there. Oh, thank you so much for the jewels. Knife to meet you, or is it knife to meet you? Thank you, thank you. Hi, Glamrock. Who am I cosplaying? Yeah, I'm doing a Tsumugi Shirogane from Danganronpa V3 today. The only reason for that is because I put the cosplay on because I was trying to film some transitions and figured like, hey, you know what, as long as the cosplay is on, let's like go live with it since I'm doing an art stream, you know? Shading helps. Yeah, if only I wasn't really, really, really bad at shading. Like, extremely, like, holy, whoa, yikes, bad. Hi, Johnny. Took me forever to understand depth with sketching. Yeah, I'm probably never totally going to be able to, unfortunately. Like, yeah. I have certain limitations that I'm just, like, working around, unfortunately, so I'm always, like, gonna have... I'm trying to fix this. Why is it on touch yet? Switch to live. Okay. Is that better? Spam call? No, surprising. I actually do have Do Not Disturb on. Finally, I remembered to do it. No clingy Glenn today? Yeah. Sid's in here. He's sleeping on the heating vent again, so we'll see if he makes an appearance. He's like asleep right now. Love your artwork. Oh, thank you, Fox. Hi, Angels Diamonds. Drawing so pretty. Oh, thank you, Mooney Plays. Yeah, I mean, I figure let's at least kind of keep going here and see if we can make some progress. I wanted to see if I could finish the hair. I don't know. I've got like a few shades of yellow I was using. One of them is like super broken though. That's the only thing with these Chromatechs. They're not super expensive, and they do run into weird issues where they like kind of fall apart after a while. I was also running into issues where none of the shades of like gray and stuff that I have are actually like, they have like weird chemical reactions with the paper that cause like incorrect colors to happen. So I don't know. I was like at least starting with just kind of like this combo of like, I wouldn't normally use blue gray for shading, but since we're doing like an ice thing here, I was hoping it would like chill things out a bit more than like the brown would. I don't feel like it's been successful, but that was the logic. And I wasn't like avoiding brown as much as I can, but some of it's just kind of turning brown like anyway. So I don't know. I was like, yeah, this one's like flesh colored one. So yeah, I've just been attempting to do like kind of a gradient sort of thing, for better or for worse, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of tricky because I feel like the like light source here is coming from like several places. But yeah, I'm just kind of like teasing it out and then hoping that the paper can survive well enough, I guess is the best way to put it, so that like if I need to keep doing stuff to this, the paper won't go completely like, you know, pilled out and stuff. Because this is Bristol paper, Bristol paper holds up pretty well in my experience. So yeah, see here, this is like the one that's just water. Like that. But yeah, it's like I don't seem to get much of a gradient out of it. Not as much as I'd like. It's very, I don't know, there's something very flat about the whole thing. It's also hard to tell because stuff like this, and I think this is true of not just watercolor brush pens like this, but all watercolors, they often shift as they dry. So sometimes it's hard to tell if what you're doing is even correct, because then like by the next day, they've completely shifted. Usually they get lighter. That's the thing. They tend to like kind of fade out overnight. Nice art, thank you, Glamrock. Drawing Undertale characters that help me improve my depth. Yeah, I've tried that. I did a whole series of like, I drew like practically every Undertale character possible. I did it digitally, but I don't feel like I improved at all by the end of that. I was actually kind of like annoyed that I did it in the end. Yeah, they all looked really bad. I drew like 60 characters and was like, wow, this is, they're awful. I did a horrible, horrible job and did not improve even a little bit. Yeah, it's, yeah. I ask myself every day, oh, why am I supposedly a professional artist? Don't know. Couldn't possibly tell you. I wish I had an answer. I was hoping I could like get some like at least somewhat decent art, because you know so many like conventions right now are trying to like decide who is going to be in like the artist alley tables. I'm like, oh boy, if any of them look at my socials right now, they're going to be like, hell nah, not her. Yeah, see, there we go. Like, get like really, really light shade right there. That's the thing. If you do the water like just right at the edge, you can kind of get that like pale thing. Like I wish I had been able to get more of that, because that's when you get the like the Art Nouveau look, like where it's so faded out. That's what I wanted, but then quickly realized I was like incapable of that. So yeah. Hi, Kimber Bear. Welcome to the stream. Running the problem with running out of marker, ink, mid paper. Oh yeah, I've had that too. A few of the colors I've got sitting out here, I don't remember which ones, but a few of them have definitely like reached their end and are dried out. Hopefully I don't accidentally run into any of them. Making a custom blade. Oh, cool. What was the lowest attempts it ever took you to beat the knight? I haven't even tried yet. I want to. That's why like I was thinking about doing I had that idea of like a Noelle Plays Deltarune series, because I had, you know, like when I actually had already done a Deltarune LP on this channel, but you know, it was my first pass through the game. Like there's a lot of stuff you're not going to do the first time, and so I didn't do the night battle, and I didn't even fight Gerson. And obviously those are all things that I very much want to do. So I was tempted to do like a Noelle Plays Deltarune series. It wouldn't be monetized, unfortunately, because the last LP that I did, it's that fun new scam that's been going on YouTube where people who cover songs that are not against copyright will still copyright claim you. And it's really just not worth fighting it. What can you do? There's always just going to be terrible people making a mess out of everything. But that's okay. It would just be for fun, because it's like I want to do all that stuff in chapters 3 and 4 like anyway. So why not like get into cosplay and just like make it fun? The only thing is like part of me would be really tempted to start back at chapter 1 with Noelle to give her a full playthrough. But if I do that, y'all know what that means, right? I'd have to fight the Jeffel again. for the third time. I don't know if I emotionally am up for that, honestly. I don't know if I could handle round 3 with the Jevil. I think I've reached my limit, in fact. But we'll see. I haven't made like any decisions about it. It was just like an idea that I had, so. Because the other thing too is I've never done the weird route, and frankly, I told myself I never would. But if I had Noelle playing Deltarune, I have to admit, that'd be a pretty wild opportunity to pass up, wouldn't it be? Like, it's so dark, but also, like, what an interesting chance that would be to do something very unique. Yeah. Poor Noelle. Putting her through something like that. The only problem with the weird route, though, is I'm a little worried. I've never had any issue fighting Spamton Neo. I don't actually find that fight particularly challenging, but Spamton Neo on the weird route looks like an absolute nightmare. Because you have to fight him completely, like, alone just with Chris. And I'm like, can I do that? I've seen people who, like, are pretty good at Jevil struggle to do Spamton Neo on the weird route. So I'm like, uh-oh. Hey, Alex. I stopped with editing, doing YouTube due to school. Work that's overdue. Oh, that sucks. But school should definitely come first. Hi, Tori. Chris plays Deltarune, long play, no commentary. That would actually be really funny to have like a Chris cosplayer play all of Deltarune like live, but never say anything, just like a completely silent let's play. It would be like such a like peak troll move. Gmail. Thank you, Cameron. Wig is unironically so pretty. Oh, thank you, Chikakuchi. Yeah, it's a new one because I had a bit of an oopsie with the other one. I used it to try some stuff out with Ballora. I was hoping like that the Tsumugi wig would become the new Ballora wig, and then I would just get a new wig for Tsumugi, but then I accidentally screwed up that wig so badly that I had to get rid of it. So I destroyed Tsumugi's wig for absolutely no reason and had to get another one for her. So this one's brand new. Thankfully, it's only like $10 though. I think this might actually be the single cheapest wig that I have in my entire arsenal. But yeah, sorry Tsumugi about the original wig. That didn't go the way I wanted it to. The first time a video used had copyright music, I thought I was dead. Oh yeah, yeah. It's kind of like freaky, right? Because the way YouTube does it, they always make it look like something really awful has happened. They're very dramatic about it. Not Jevil, I know, right? I just I don't know if I could fight Jevil again. It's such an awful experience. Like, just the worst. I don't want to. But I mean, I'll do it if I have to. You know, if it's for the sake of entertainment, I guess I can, but... I hate the Jevil. Damn, your art is good. Oh, thank you so much, Star Open Novelate. Me trying to read these. I'm sorry, I'm so bad at usernames. Third time is charm with Jevil, and you'll get him on the first try. Can you imagine? I wish it would end up like the way it happened with Game Grumps, where like Aaron lost a few times, and then they were like, okay, next time on Game Grumps, like we'll just fight the Jevil, and then the next video opens with Aaron being like the fight's over, and he was like, so I did like a practice round just to like get warmed up, and I accidentally won. It's like, it must be nice, right? To be so good at video games, you can just accidentally beat the Jevil. Like, are you kidding me? I understand, like, people like Game Grumps are, like, they do it for a living playing video games, but, like, come on. So unfair. I would give anything to accidentally beat the Jevil. I do know playing the weird route. That's dark, I know, but it's like, if you hadn't noticed by now with my channel, I do love dark things. So part of me is like, can I resist? Can I resist, though? Such a horrifying opportunity. I haven't seen anyone else do it yet. A good April Fool's stream, that is so true. Pretty much every boss room, if you remember their attack patterns, they're easy. Also, for Swift and Neo Snowgrave, whatever you do, just don't attack, defend, and X slash. Okay. Yeah, I'd probably end up needing to like pull up a guide or something. It's Tsumugi, she kind of deserves destroyed wig every now and then. Well, that's the thing is like, the cat that's back here, who, by the way, I'm sure the mic's not picking it up, but he's snoring very loudly. Yeah, the cat back here, Sid, actually destroyed my original Tsumugi wig. And I couldn't even be mad at him because I'm like, he's not wrong though. You know, like Tsumugi does kind of deserve it. So I wanted to be angry because that's a whole new like wig I gotta get. But then the other part of me is like, all right, Sid, I mean, fair enough. You got me there, buddy. He expressed his opinion. He's allowed to do that. Also, I'm sure if there's anyone here who's like good at shading and stuff, you're probably watching what I'm doing and being like, girl, what? I don't have an answer for you. I wish I could like defend the way I do anything, but kind of can't. The answer is I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just really good at pretending like I do. Did you hear that? Someone's in here. What? What do you want, Mr. Noisy Pants? Hi. What's going on? Don't look at me like that. Glenn came in here just to yell. I think he wants dinner. Yeah. Gotta get back to schoolwork. Have a lovely day or night. Yeah, you too, Mooney Plays. Good luck with your work. Hi, Cassie. I just went full Tsumugi for a second. Yeah. Once I got all the way to no one else also wanted Snowgrave, so I had to restart the whole game. Oh, jeez. Double spam to Neo in the night were easy. Yeah, it seems like it's like different for everyone. Like everyone has different strengths and weaknesses. Like I've always joked about this even with Undertale. I've never once not beaten Muffet on the first try. Like you'll see me like lose to like easy bosses and then every time I just have zero problems with Muffet. Meanwhile, like people who like never get a game over just keep losing to Muffet. It's like everyone just has different strengths and weaknesses and it's like you would think someone like me who is so bad at Jevil would struggle with Spammed in Neo, but I don't. I don't know why. It's really weird. So part of me is just kind of curious to see what happens if I fight the Knight in Gerson, because like I keep thinking I'd be terrible at both of them, but I might surprisingly not be, and there's just like only one way to find out, you know? I'd like to think it would be more like Spammed in Neo for me, where it's not that bad, but who can say? As against her, yeah. I have to pull up walkthroughs for like every game I play. I often do that too. There's no shame in it. People who like walk through shame, I'm like, come on. The important thing with games is just to enjoy them. And if like a walkthrough will help someone enjoy it, then to me that's like worth it. Like that's the point, you know? People shouldn't be like gatekeeping about that stuff. Also, if it seems like I'm going over all these little white jewels here, like you might be like, oh my gosh, why are you coloring over those? I was planning on putting either gold or silver on top of them, or even just white paint. And that's why like I'm not really concerned about coloring over them, because I was just gonna like kind of redo them anyway. So if anything, it would just be messier to try avoiding them. So it's like, meh. Hi, Ivan. They do say a certain character is very cat-like, so it's like a cat thing to Tsumugi. Very that. Are you not feeling good, Cassie? I hope you feel better soon. I feel like so many people are sick right now. I guess for those who are living in a region where it's winter right now, that's not surprising, but it's still frustrating. The hair reminds me of Coraline. It is very much that shade. So I don't know if you can hear it. Glenn is like howling in the distance. I know he wants his dinner, but it's just funny like how much of a stink he makes about it. Like imagine if humans did that. Like the moment we like get hungry for dinner, we just start going like, ah! First try Asgore, but I died a Snowdrake and Pacifist. Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to think how do I do against Asgore? I don't think he's ever given me too much trouble. I don't like recall ever getting particularly frustrated with him. He's probably like taken me out once or twice, but yeah, surprisingly, I've never had a hard time with Asgore that I can remember. But then again, it's probably been a really long time since that very first time I played, so I could be misremembering. Said Devil's harder than spamming Neo because when you fight Neo, you have access to better armor. That is also true. Yeah. Not to mention Spamton Neo doesn't keep targeting Ralsei the same way every 2 seconds. Oh my gosh. I love Ralsei, but that's pretty much like every time you fight the Devil, you're just like, Ralsei, I swear, like, would you stop? Get up. What you drawing? Yeah, sorry, for anyone who just showed up here, so despite the fact that I'm in a Danganronpa cosplay, don't let that confuse you. It had to do with other circumstances today that I ended up in this cosplay. But actually what I'm working on is this illustration of Noelle Holiday from Deltarune. I was trying to kind of, well, it didn't end up working out this way, but the idea originally was, like I had just finished up this other Deltarune illustration. I had done like this whole chapter 1 illustration and I kind of wanted something simpler. I don't feel like this Noelle one is feeling much simpler for me, but I wanted like a palette cleanser. So yeah, kind of moved on from just like multi-character Deltarune to single character Deltarune. Only problem is, for anyone who just showed up, I'm not particularly good at coloring. I hate to say it. Like, part of it too is like my background when it comes to art is I originally was like strictly in the comic art scene, and so I worked like just with like inking, you know, like that kind of thing. So everything I did was always just in black and white, and I never really built up any experience with coloring. And so it wasn't until more recently in life that I started tackling coloring. And it shows. I'm not very good at it. But we're trying. We're trying. And that's really the important thing, right? I mean, the only way you could learn is to try, so. I know this is not anything amazing, but I'm doing the best I can. I have a feeling that this is not going to end up being one of my better illustrations. But, you know, we came this far. I suppose we might as well try to see it through. I should also mention, like, yeah, for any newcomers here, I'm probably not going to, like, finish this during the stream or anything. And some of that's intentional because I always like to make shorts videos with these. There's already one for this illustration on the channel. It was a... like just the black and white inking part of it. Part of me wants to recommend checking it out. The other part of me is like, maybe don't. I think it was the worst performing shorts video I've ever had on the channel, I think, maybe. I don't know, I'd have to double check on that, but I would say flopping wouldn't even begin to describe it. Because flopping would imply I didn't get views, and that's not what happened. It just got roasted. It got like, I don't think ratioed is the right word either, but it's something like that. I was really hoping that coloring it would help, but I've already braced myself for like the next shorts video is probably going to be just as terrible. So we'll make some progress here today. Usually my art streams only last like 2, maximum 3 hours, and then honestly, I mean, I'd love to try finishing it up tonight and having a shorts video for tomorrow, but I don't know if that's too ambitious or not. I don't know, we'll have to see. I would try though. That's gorgeous. Oh, thank you so much, Jada Kali. I think your shading is good. I'm really bad at shading, but yours looks dynamic. Oh, thank you, Foxa. Honestly, I don't feel like I'm very good at shading. I think that's one of the reasons I don't do like art streams as often as I do like cosplay streams and stuff, is I think deep down I'm just a little embarrassed by like my art skills, which is kind of bananas because I literally work as a professional artist. Like, it's supposed to be my job. But hey, a lot of us do jobs we're not good at, right? I mean, I used to work in other jobs where I was admittedly terrible and I felt like that was pretty normal. I don't really see the appeal of the weird route. It just seems kind of boring. I think it's boring to do it from a gameplay standpoint, for sure. It seems very monotonous, but from a story standpoint, I think it's fascinating. I usually play games for the story. Yeah, I tend to do that too. Hey, Yunchi for life, Yunchi for life. If I said that right, I'm sorry. Thank you, Glamrock. Hey, Loose Frames. Hear about the bounce blade at the end of Weird Route? Yeah, I can't remember what it does though. I've watched some LPs of it, at least, the Weird Route. I'm very familiar with it. I just haven't done it myself yet. Yeah, now Project SNT. Well, thanks for joining for a bit. Welcome back, Dolly Chew. Hi, is it El Mige? Welcome to the stream. Hi, Venus the Fool. Yeah, sorry for anyone who just showed up. I'm working on that Noel holiday illustration that I had started not too long ago. We'll see how far we get today. It's only been about 45 minutes since I went live, so we haven't accomplished too much yet. We shall see. I was kind of hoping to like at least finish the hair during the stream, but if I hit any like weird like snags with it, like I can't make any promises. I'm gonna try. But you never know, like sometimes just weird accidents and mistakes happen and then you like find yourself trying to salvage something for like hours. Not that I would know anything about that. That's never happened to me before. Never. Project SNT was here. Oh no, you just missed them. Yeah, they just left. They've come to my last few art streams though, so if you try to catch whatever next stream I do, they might be back. Obviously, I don't want to make promises for them. They are free to never return again if they don't want to. I'm just speaking from a pattern standpoint. That was one of my roommates imitating one of the cats.
I realized way too late.
Bro. No, feel free to always constantly do things like that. It livens things up. Also, if you're gonna feed the cats, you might have to like force Sid to get up. He's like dead asleep over here. He's like, he doesn't even have his eyes open. He's like knocked out. Gotta like make a ruckus.
You alive?
Hmm?
You alive?
Sid, dinner. Get up. What the heck? Sid? Sid, scooch.
You alive? Yeah.
No. There he goes. Sid was so asleep, he did that thing where like when you wake up a cat, you know, they do that little... Sid, go get food. Dinner time. What was that? That's one of my words. It looks pretty. Thank you, Cassie. Was that the cat? No. That was one of my roommates imitating the cat. Did you hear about AO3 going down for 15 hours the other day? Yeah, that was bananas. So funny. Lazy Glenn. No, actually, it's Sid. Sid was the one who was asleep. And he's still down. Like, Sid, Food, get up, go. What the heck? Don't you want dinner? Okay, he must be like really sleepy. Do I have to like force you to get up? Glenn's gonna eat all your food if you don't get up. I don't understand these cats. Streamer specific question. I thought about doing art streams on YT. Do you think the streaming horizontally or vertically is better? You know, it is the age-old debate, isn't it? I originally started off with a few horizontal desktop streams for art streams. Now, the only thing with those is, I mean, I do think YouTube, based on an email YouTube sent like a couple weeks ago, I think they're trying to change this a bit. But, you know, there is a difference between like just the regular feed and then like the vertical feed. Oh, there he goes. Okay. So Sid is heading off to dinner. Yeah, get going, mister. Jeez, he must have been really sleepy. Yeah, like the vertical feed will always get you a lot more views. So the first time that I did desktop art streams, like it was just, you know, there was like no one there. It was total flatline because you don't get the vertical feed access. So I did eventually switch to doing these vertical ones, in part because it would be nice, you know, to get the vertical feed. You get more eyes on the stream. You can get more new people, you know, who might like what they see. They might sub. But it is more limiting if you do horizontal streams. Like, for example, you can use like OBS Studio. You know, you can have different windows, different angles. It can look more professional. So there's definitely advantages to that. But I don't know. YouTube sent out an email recently saying that they're trying to implement a feature now where horizontal streams can get sent to the vertical feed. But at least the way they worded it, it sounded like all they're gonna do is just like cut a slice out of the stream, which I don't know, is like kind of, it didn't sound great to me. It didn't sound worth trying. I was like, it seemed like the laziest way to do that. So yeah, I don't know. The other reason I switched over to vertical streams though is like, it's not just about getting more views, even though that is nice. It's just, I also just found though that when I was using OBS Studio, I was having weird limitations with like the different screen windows and stuff. I could never quite get it right. I kind of like this setup here where like I can just like move things around and like, you know, I don't know. I guess what it is like unless you're doing like a landscape illustration, most of the time people tend to be doing vertical, like, you know, either paper or like on a tablet, you know. So I felt like that also just worked better for vertical streams, but at the end of the day, it really just comes down to whatever your preference is. When the crowd down, I was gonna read more amalgamate, forgot it went down. Oh no. Yeah, that was such a long time to be down to. At the end of the game, if you did word root every chapter, the weapon kills enemies before they can run away. Oh, I wonder. Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. Oh, hi, Ricky. Yeah, sorry, I'm cosplaying Tsumugi Shirogane from Danganronpa V3. I know that's like a little bit strange to be cosplaying Tsumugi while doing a Deltarune illustration, but yeah, the reason was because I wanted to film some, I just filmed some Junko videos, and so I wanted to make some transitions. And, you know, sometimes you're just like, hey, if I'm already going to be in cosplay anyway, why not use the opportunity, right? Why waste a good time spent in a cosplay? So I just figured like, okay, I'm gonna like super quickly film a few transitions and I'm just gonna go live. It'll like liven up the art stream, right? At least I hope it will. I mean, because okay, like that's the other thing. Like if we're gonna like just talk, you know, like live stream in general, like the art of live streaming. you know, I'm trying to think how to put this nicely. Art streams are a hard sell. um, People tend to not be super interested in them. I hate to say it, unless you're like a very like famous artist, you know, like someone like you know Perico, like you know, I'm pretty sure she could just doodle on a post-it note on a live stream and a zillion people would show up, as they should. But for the rest of us, you know, it's hard to generate any interest in an art stream. So for example, the last art stream that I did, I had the double whammy combination of not only was I not in cosplay, which is fine for an art stream, but I also was working on original art and not fan art. And so I guess my only warning about that, if someone wants to live stream that kind of thing, is like you definitely will not get views. I think that stream, when was that? That was like maybe like a week or two ago. I don't even think it made it to 700 views or something. And I out of curiosity, I double checked the very first stream I ever did on YouTube. And I think that one had the same amount of views as the art stream, even though I have like 20 times the subs now. So that should tell you something. So I don't know. Yeah, I'll be curious to see like how today's stream goes, because like I do think people are more likely to like be interested if someone's, you know, in cosplay, and they're more interested if it's fan art. Those are just the like kind of cold hard facts of the art scene. I say that not even just as somebody who like streams, but as someone who works in the convention scene as well. So yeah, I don't know. I'll be curious because after that last stream that I did with the just original art in the sketchbook, I did think to myself like, I don't know if it would be worth continuing to do art streams on the channel. That's the kind of thing where you do start thinking like, gosh, I don't know. Is this a sign to start a second channel? Which I don't want to do, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I don't know. I'm always like interested in what kind of feedback I can get from all the numbers and stats and things, you know. This is amazing. Oh, thank you so much, Y2K Boy. Hi, Tabby. So pretty. Thank you. Hi, Night the Nitro. Hi, Sage the Barrel Racer. Hi, everyone. A whole bunch of people just showed up. Hi, y'all. Back from Monday or Tuesday? Oh, heck yeah. Kind of a desert when you're not a famous creator. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I knew it was going to be like a tough sell with that last stream. Like, I'm not going to like act like I'm surprised or anything. But it is like my first thought after that stream was like, brutal. That was a views smackdown that I just received. But I don't know. I mean, I am used to it. I hate to say it. Just as someone who has worked in the convention scene, it's like I know how this goes. I'm not shocked or anything. So yeah, I don't know. I'll be curious to see like how this stream compares. But there is also though that tricky angle of like, you know, the algorithm can make the numbers a little confusing, because I do think I was in some kind of like algorithm prison at the time. Like views across the board were down regardless of what I was streaming. So that does, of course, you know, make you wonder like, so was it something about that stream specifically, or was it just like bad timing? I don't know. But again, as someone who has worked in the scene, I'm pretty sure it was because it was just like original art, and I wasn't cosplaying on a channel where I'm known for cosplaying. So yeah, that's just the reality of things. Love that art girl, you ate that up. Oh, thank you, Y2K boy. The horrible, horrible art scene. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Sorry, I shouldn't say things like that, but you, when you do it as long as I have, you're kind of, it's sort of inevitable that you get a little, little like jaded, you know, a little bitter. Happens to everyone. Hi, Eggman. Do it up, Jamie. I gotta roll. Please take the best care. Keep going no matter what. Oh, no, yeah, thank you, Waquan. Thanks for joining the stream for a bit. Looks really good. Oh, thank you, Claire. Thank you, thank you. Am I cosplaying? Yeah, I'm doing Tsumugi Shirogane from Danganronpa V3. I know not everyone's familiar with the character, but actually it's kind of funny that I'm dressed as her for, like, not a cosplay stream, because, like, her actual ultimate talent in the game is ultimate cosplayer. But, like I said, it was more of a timing thing of, like, I was gonna have the cosplay on anyway, so I just, like, was taking advantage of the situation of, like, well, it was also, like, a thing where if I was gonna be spending, like, an hour, hour and a half doing the makeup and cosplay stuff for her just to film, like, a couple transition videos, I was like, is that really worth it? Like, all that time just for, like, what, 5 seconds of material? Nah. It's like, we gotta make the most of this. We're gonna go live as Tsumugi. if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna maximize the Tsumugi hours. Drinking a blue drink to match the colors, yeah. Yeah, there's one thing you can always count on with me is I tend to theme my drinks and stuff with my cosplays because I'm corny like that. Snow's bad where I'm. Yeah, it snowed here again too in Chicago. Cosplay looks pretty. Thank you, Ricky. Nuka grape soda they put out for Fallout Season 2. It was rough. Oh no. I do remember one of my roommates got all the Nuka Cola that they put out from like Season 1, and I feel like we went through it. I don't think I tried any of it, but it disappeared very slowly, which made me think my roommates didn't like it. So I don't know if they're gonna get the Season 2 stuff. Somebody doing side quests. I mean, that's the thing. If she was to do IRL side quests, she would definitely be doing like nerdy side quests, such as fan art. That is at least somewhat her shtick. Gosh, this is where like I struggle so much though with like, I'm so bad at depth. Like I feel like the light source here is coming from 2 different places, and it just throws me off. Where I'm like, how do I do anything? That's why I'm just kind of taking it like one segment at a time, because I'm just like not sure. I don't know. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those illustrations that requires a ton of really, really weird touch-ups by the end, because just so many things aren't working out, and I'm just going to have to like salvage it as much as I can in the final hour. in whatever way that ends up being. I'm not even sure. I think it'll come down to like a lot of like extra highlights and things. But I'm not even above like putting down like random details that weren't in the sketch just to like salvage something that wasn't working. I do it all the time. It's kind of like what I always say with makeup, right? Like glitter can fix anything. There's stuff like that in the art world too. Certain things where I'm like, it's okay you messed that up. We can hide that. Do you recommend solo leveling to someone who's seen Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man? I've watched Chainsaw Man. I haven't seen any of Demon Slayer. New Tsumugi free time events just dropped. Oh my gosh, could you imagine like a free time event with Tsumugi where like she forces you into a live stream or something? That sounds kind of miserable. That being said, her free time events in V3 are actually super interesting. I get the feeling they like interviewed actual cosplayers to get some like inside info for her free time events because she like speaks very knowledgeably on the subject of cosplay, and I just kind of doubt like Kodaka knew any of that stuff on his own. So yeah, that's my guess, is like he must have like consulted some actual cosplayers for her free time events. They're very accurate. Peach soda they did for season 1 was absolutely. Oh no. Celebrate your birthday today, Ghost Cosplay? Well, happy birthday, even if it's a little early, as you say. Today is actually one of my roommates' birthdays. Yeah, I think they just left to go get dinner. Yeah, I feel kind of bad because, like, usually in the past we just do stuff on the weekends. So, yeah, I asked them, like, I was like, is there any reason I, like, shouldn't stream today since it's your birthday? And he was like, oh, no, like, we were just gonna, like the two of them, like, we're just gonna get dinner or something. And I was like, okay. But I'm gonna see if I can, like, drag them out for another meal at some point so that I can, like pay for it or something, you know? Be like, come on, man, I owe you. But we had cinnamon rolls this morning because, like, his, like work friend sent over cinnamon rolls for his birthday, so yeah. If I seem like a little hyperactive, I'm probably still like a bit on a sugar rush from that. Cinnamon roll sugar rushes are on another level. You watched Chainsaw Man? Yeah, I watched it a while ago. I honestly don't even remember it that well because it was a while ago. I feel like I'd need to do like a full refresh, watch it all over again. Is that the Blue Raspberry Sour Patch Kid Ghost? I love those. Yeah, this one's one of my favorites. I always try to match the color of these with the cosplays and stuff that I'm doing, or the art that I'm doing, which in this case I was like, oh, blue for like Snowgrave. But that being said, of course, there are flavors that I just personally like better regardless of what I'm dressed as. And so I love the days where I'm doing something blue because the blue raspberry Sour Patch Kids ghost energy is like so peak. She did try to force Shuichi to drink. Yeah, but wasn't it like non-alcoholic, they said? Have you seen the Chainsaw Man movie? I have not seen the movie, actually. I don't know why I haven't seen it. I probably just like forgot. Shoot. I got rid of my Crunchyroll though because I didn't want to pay for it. I wasn't expecting to get into certain conventions this year that are out of state, and hotel fees are probably going to destroy my entire existence. So goodbye Crunchyroll. Sigh. Oh man. It's like the kind of thing where I'm pretty sure no matter how well I do at those shows, the hotel fees and stuff are so bad, I'm like, well, I'm not going to make a profit. But hopefully, if I cut some corners, such as getting rid of Crunchyroll and a lot of other things, maybe I'll at least still be able to keep paying rent. Wouldn't that be nice? I'm hoping to at least survive the year. Okay. So I'm just trying to like think here, because this is where like the hair starts to, there's like a lighting shift that happens here, and I'm like, because the thing with hair is it does the backlight thing, you know what I mean? Where it's like, when light comes through, then the like brighter part is actually on the outer edges. And I feel like I'm getting to the parts of the hair where like that starts to apply. But I have issues with being able to see depth, so like, I don't know. I'm doing a lot of guesswork here, and I don't know if I'm doing it very well, so I'm like, I don't know. This is definitely going to be one of those illustrations that I think we'll have to get salvaged by just really strange details at the end. I wish I was someone who could like one-shot an illustration, but nah. I don't think so. AK was on Crunchyroll yet? Oh, that's possible. Because, like, I was rewatching Madoka Magica so long as I still had Crunchyroll, and, like, the movie's not on Crunchyroll, unfortunately. The show is, the movie's not. Oh, those flavors of Ghost, all-time favorites, the cherry lime one. The cherry lime one is really good. Cosplay Ballora? Yeah, the plan is to do Ballora on Sunday. In fact, I already have another blue raspberry, one of these in the fridge, for Ballora on Sunday. I'm extra prepared. Knowing Tsumugi is most certainly was alcoholic. Yeah, like secretly alcoholic. Yeah. She just like just slips a little something in there. Just a little something. Hi, Sasha's amazing. Hair is looking so pretty. Yeah, is it? I'm so like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying my best, but gosh, I don't know. It's very wavy. Yeah, I'm really hoping like some highlights or something can help eventually, because I don't really know what I'm doing here. I wish I did, but I don't. I hope nobody who's like deciding like who gets to be like have artist alley tables at conventions like watches my streams. I probably shouldn't like be admitting stuff like that. Sorry if you hear any loud noises. Sid is in the litter box and he's just like doing that thing where like he's just making noise because he can. Like he's just having fun in there. It's very rude, Sid. Shading and lighting is really hard to do. Yeah, I don't think I've like ever figured it out. And I don't think I ever will. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, maybe I should have just stuck with black and white, you know, like stayed in my lane. I don't know. Ventured too close to the sun here. I mean, I'm trying. That's all you can ever do is just try. But yeah, sometimes I'm just like, why did I venture into this zone of art? I don't know. At least we're making good progress with the hair though. Like, I'm pretty sure we should be able to finish it during the stream. My last art stream went 2 hours, I think. So, not that we have to end at 2 hours. I'm just saying, like, if this ends up being the same length, then that means we still have another 45 minutes. And I can't imagine that this hair would take 45 minutes at this point. That would be kind of wild. So excited to see the skirt. Yeah, I need to do some final testing with it. I was going to do that on Saturday, but then it turned out I had plans on Saturday. So I need to make absolutely sure, I think like tomorrow, that everything is working fine with the skirt, or else I may not have time to be like 100% positive before Sunday. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we're okay. I can't like think of any reason the skirt. Sorry, it's definitely the Wi-Fi. I could like see the little Wi-Fi thing like doing its little song and dance, you know, where it like disconnects and then it's like, I don't remember how to work anymore. Sigh. Play it back. It's a little laggy, but yeah. Yeah, why is it so... Like, I can see that the signal is bad and I don't know why. Why is the Wi-Fi so poor? Like, that's not normal for it. Is it because of the weather? I know the weather's been terrible. Sorry, I know it's like making the screen really fuzzy and stuff. Okay. Well, I guess in that sense, at least it's good that my art streams tend to be shorter because we seem to be having Wi-Fi issues today, and I don't know if it's like for those who don't know, like where I live right now in Chicago, we actually have like a severe weather situation approaching currently. I think the worst of it's not supposed to happen until tomorrow, but it's like a dangerous cold freeze, like the kind where like not even would schools be closed, but even like businesses won't open because it's like not safe to be outside tomorrow. So I don't know if like that incoming freeze is like affecting our Wi-Fi or something. Yeah, I'll leave now, but it's good to watch your stream. Yeah, thanks for joining us, Splat Spike. I hope you enjoyed it. You're a big shot no matter what. Oh, thank you, Claire. Could be throttling your bandwidth. Yeah, that is also a definite possibility. Yeah. Well, I'm probably going to stick around at least until the end of the hour, but I don't know. Hopefully, if the Wi-Fi keeps, like, being bad, though, like, I don't know. I don't want to leave it before that, though. I don't like to do streams that are shorter than 2 hours. Also, Sid is now sneezing. I don't know if the mic is picking it up. You are such a noisy cat. Oh, my goodness. That's what's about to hit me in 2 days. Yeah, it's coming for you, too. Yeah. For us, it's supposed to hit tomorrow. I wonder if it's still going to be the case Saturday, because I have plans on Saturday. I kind of forgot about the cold freeze. That could be a problem. I guess we'll see. Yeah, all I know is, like, they were saying it's not going to be, like, safe to be outside, like, at least tomorrow, but possibly even past that. Man, I hope not. I wanted to go see the new 28 Days Later movie. Come on, weather. Don't do me like that. Okay. And I should also add, if it seems like there's more detail on this side than on this side, part of that is because this happened across many, many hours yesterday, meaning that I was able to like wait for things to dry before coming back in and doing more detail. So I can't do that as much here because, you know, we're just in this short window of time right now. And so I have to be kind of careful because if I keep adding detail while it's like too wet, the paper's going to get all messed up. So some of this is because just a lot more time passed. So there probably will be more detail added to the hair on this side. I just probably can't do that during the stream. We have to stick to the basic stuff. Because, yeah, if the paper gets, like, too oversaturated, it's very bad. Not Silent Hill. Yeah, actually, one of my roommates did say that he wanted to pull a prank on me where when he was getting the tickets for the new 28 Days Later movie, he was going to jokingly, like, edit it to make it look like he got me tickets for the Silent Hill 2 movie just to, like, upset me. But then he said that he realized the prank wouldn't work because the theater he was looking at isn't even going to be showing the Silent Hill movie. So, of course, like, if I, you know, were to look it up, I would immediately realize I was being pranked. I was like, bro, I don't think I would have appreciated that prank. I would have been big mad. But he also told me that I haven't looked at any of them yet, but he said that the reviews for the Silent Hill movie are apparently, like, horrendous. Like, just terrible. And I was like, wow, that's the least shocking thing I've ever heard. Really? It's bad? I never would have guessed. Ugh. I need Christoph Gans to, like, go away, please. Like, just leave. Leave the industry. Like, do us all a favor and stop. But I don't know, it's like, I had just seen that, like, FNAF 2 was up for, like, Razzie Awards that I felt were, like, very unfair. So I'm hoping the silver lining here is that maybe the Silent Hill 2 movie is so bad, it'll actually get people's attention off of, like, FNAF 2. Maybe people can see what an actually, like, horrible adaptation looks like. Like, I'm not saying FNAF 2 is, like, a masterpiece, but did we all forget just how bad these movies can get? They can get way worse than that, let me tell you. I wanted to see it only to have a good laugh. Yeah, that's the only reason I ever watched, like, what was it? Silent Hill, what was the second one called? It had a stupid name. Geez, I can't even remember. All I remember is, like, I knew it was gonna be bad, and then in the first, like, few minutes, you see, like, I like to call it the bicycle pedaling pyramid head, and at that point I was like, will I laugh or will I cry my way through this? It was possibly one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life, and that's saying something. It was so bad that, like, apparently I do this thing, I didn't know that I do this, but according to one of my roommates, I guess if a movie's bad enough, I do this thing where I start slowly scooching forward on the couch, like closer and closer to the screen. And I apparently, like, it's like a dazed thing that I'm doing. Like, I don't know I'm doing it until someone points it out, but it's like a disbelief gesture of, like, I just keep getting closer because I can't believe what I'm seeing. According to him, the closest I've ever gotten to the screen was Wonder Woman 19 whatever it was called. Apparently that's the most mortified I've ever been by a film, where I was, like, practically up against the screen by the end of it. But yeah, I remember I did the same thing with, was it Revelations? Was that what it, Silent Hill Revelation? Yeah, it was one of the movies where I just kept getting closer to the screen, but not in a good way, where I was just like, this can't be real. But apparently it wasn't as bad as the second Wonder Woman movie. That was the closest I've ever been to the screen. 9%? Is that where it's at on Rotten Tomatoes? Wait, hold on, I'm curious, I want to see. I mean, that would not surprise me if it was 9%. Not that, like, Rotten Tomatoes is the be-all and end-all of, like, how good a movie is, but it's definitely, like, a way you can at least get an idea, you know, of where things are going. 9%. Okay, hold on. I can't resist. I need to, like... I just want to... We'll get back to the art in a second. I just want to see, like... Oh, jeez. Yeah, these reviews. I could see what my roommate was talking about. Return to Silent Hill aims for a similar uncanniness. Sometimes the actors look like digital doubles, but the result is less Phantom Realm, more jumbled assembly of cutscenes. Goofy and low rent. It's a dire look at what happens when you can't leave the past behind, whether you're a horror game character or a video game movie filmmaker. Ooh. Yeah, Christoph Gans. Go home. Enough already. I've had it with you. Yeah, these reviews are brutal. Yikes. Not surprised. Definitely not surprised. Oh my gosh. I tend to watch these bad movies with my sister. We just kind of make a joke about everything. Oh yeah, believe me, if I do watch the Silent Hill 2, like, Return to Silent Hill, it'll be strictly to mock it. That will be the only goal, is to just laugh at how incredibly terrible it is. Because I know it's gonna be bad. There's no universe where that movie is... I can't even believe, like, after Revelation that they even, like, let Christoph Gans do anything. Like, just stop. Just stop. Like, everyone needs to, like, just tell him to go home and stop. The whole video game movie hype is starting to die down. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's been a few examples where video game movies can absolutely work out, but I feel like video games usually work better when they're adapted into shows instead of movies. It's tough to do it with a movie. How much longer the stream is going to last? I want it to be like 3 hours. Oh yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Definitely at least until the end of this hour, and then after that, I guess we'll decide. Usually my art streams are a bit shorter than like my Get Ready With Me streams. Usually it's like 2, max 3 hours, but usually more like 2, 2.5 or something. So yeah, I wanted to like at least finish up the hair, and then we'll kind of like see, you know, if there's anything worth working on after that, or if we're just gonna like call it. Because at that point, like I'm just going to like finish up the art on my own for the sake of making like the shorts video out of it. Because I already filmed some of the coloring for a shorts video. But yeah, it's like anything that I do during a live stream can't get included into that. Which is why you usually won't see me like totally finish anything during a stream. I mean, if I ever did, that'd be fine. If I just realized like, hey, I can just finish this. But yeah, it's just a lot of times like there's 2 versions of the art of like the live stream segment of working on it, and then like the short to video segment of working on it. Silent Hill movies would be okay if they weren't supposed to be based on the video games that follow a strict lore. Yeah, they are. Those movies are a mess. Random Pyramid Head always takes me out. I know, right? Castle look like Renesmee from Twilight. I mean, just based on the trailers already, I completely agree with that. Yeah, one of my roommates kept sending me screenshots, like, from the movie just because, like, he knew it was going to horrify me. And just every shot I was like, why? Why is this even happening? What is this? I just don't understand. It's like, and the fact that, like, Bloober just nailed it with a Silent Hill 2 remake, and they still had, like, the audacity to make this movie anyway. I'm just like, are you kidding me? Come on. What was the point of any of this? I need Christoph Gans to explain to me what the point of this was. Because, like, bro, come on, dude. It's like the Halloween episode of Smiling Friends. Almost sounds anything but coherent, and that's coming from someone who likes the series. And that's the thing, too, is it's, like, being able to, like, convey that sense of not being coherent in a movie requires someone to be, how shall I put this, a competent filmmaker, of which Christoph Gans is not. Apologies. Sorry, part of this cosplay is like slipping down. Oh. Hi, Glenn. I hear you meowing. What are you doing? Where are you? Are you behind me? He is. Hi, Glenn. What are you doing? Do you want to join us in roasting Silent Hill movies? Hi, Austin. Hi, Lemon Bread. Be my POV at the big age of 20. Hi, Venus the Fool. Wendy's, heck yeah. Got this title really for the SH2 remake. I was like the biggest like anti Silent Hill 2 remake person ever. I was so, I would say borderline violently opposed to it, but I ate my words. If ever there was a time I wanted to be wrong about something, it was that. And so I can happily say that I was extremely wrong. The game, the Bloober remake, was like fantastic. In my defense though, like part of the reason I thought it was gonna be bad is like I just had really mixed feelings on the medium, and that was the only Bloober game I had any experience with. But also I just thought like no one is capable of remaking Silent Hill 2. You can't. But Bloober, I mean, you know, yep. I ate my words. They nailed it. Hey, Jean-Pierre. Hi, Loki XOXO. Is that right? Aw, thank you so much for the Joe's Lemon Bread. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Love your makeup. Oh, thank you so much, Cal Fady. Did I say that right? Yeah, yeah, this is the first time I've done this type of Doyen makeup with my Tsumugi cosplay. So that's why, like, if you look at the thumbnail for this stream versus the way I have the makeup right now, it's like it's pretty different, admittedly. But I've been trying to get better at this style of makeup. I know it's probably not plain enough for Tsumugi. She's meant to be like painfully plain, but I don't know. I wanted to improve at this type of makeup, and every opportunity to practice, it's like, okay, I'll take it. But the way I used to do it for Tsumugi was probably like more appropriately plain. Because that was back when I like was never even like contouring or anything with my makeup for any of my cosplays. I just like hadn't learned how to do that stuff yet. I do look back upon that era and I'm like, man, I really should have like maybe learned a few makeup things before I started cosplay. Whoops. Your defense, when does that ever happen? Right? I know, like I was so sure that it was gonna be like the worst thing ever, and then because the trailers also didn't sell it for me at all. Like I watched the trailers and was like, no, I'm not here for any of this. And then the reviews started coming out and people were like, it's actually amazing. And to be honest, I still didn't believe them. I just thought it was like fanboys just who were gonna like it no matter what. But no, I was wrong. It was amazing. It was great. I can't believe it. We're gonna Silent Hill 1 and 4 remake. Yeah, I heard that. I always felt like Silent Hill 2 did not need a remake. That's part of the reason I was so opposed to Bloober remaking it. Was just, not only was I had, again, very mixed opinions on the medium, so my opinion of Bloober was a little mixed as well. But I also just always thought Silent Hill 2 does not need a remake. It's perfect. It's one of the most perfect games ever made. However, Silent Hill 1 and 4, those could actually, like, use remakes, though, genuinely. They do need it, I think. Silent Hill 1 did not age very well from a graphic standpoint or a voice acting standpoint. It's pretty rough. And Silent Hill 4, Silent Hill 4, what is there to say about that one? Silent Hill 4 might need, like, a complete overhaul from start to finish. Good luck, Bloober. Good luck. That's all I'm gonna say on that one. Gambate. I don't know. Yikes. Very first time you did. Thank you. And they were also working on an SH4 remake. Yeah, I think I heard that, but I think they said they were gonna do Silent Hill 1 first. Didn't they also say they were gonna do a Silent Hill 3 remake, or am I misremembering? Love how the art's turning out so far. Oh, thank you, Lemon Bread. Thank you. Yeah, I've been very unsure about this illustration, so I'm happy to hear that. Every 2 seconds, I keep debating, like, giving up on this one and starting over. So, like, I'm still powering through it, but that thought does keep hovering at the back of my head, though, of like, is this worth it? Is this salvageable, or is this a lost cause? I don't know. I'm gonna keep trying. I was hoping, like, if I finished the hair, I would at least have enough of an idea of how this is turning out that I could make a decision. We shall see. Yeah, this is like that weird part where it's like I want it to be like that glow from behind, you know? I don't know if I'm quite achieving that, though. Couldn't bring myself to even watch the trailer. Yeah, I don't even... I'm trying to remember. I must have watched it at least once, but I think I was mostly just seeing screenshots, actually. The original is something really, really special. Yeah, that's the thing, like, I don't want people to get confused. When I say that, like, Bloober Silent Hill 2 Remake is amazing, I still look at it though as like a separate thing from the original Silent Hill 2 because like that you can never replace it, nor should they. It had very different vibes. So it's like when people are like, "Oh, should I like just play the remake if I've never played the original?" I would still say no. No. Please play the original first. The original is magical and cannot ever truly be replicated. But for those who have played the original, the remake is like, damn, it's good. It's really good. They even improved on a few things. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I thought the main thing they improved on is just like the boss fights in the remake. They're better. Sorry. They're better. The boss fights in the original game felt very you could tell they didn't have a budget. You know, they didn't have much of a budget and they didn't have a lot of like technical abilities on those old systems. And you know, it shows in certain areas with very like short uncinematic boss fights. Whereas, yeah, the boss fights in the remake are like, whoa, in a good way. Makeup Chucky, Halloween, Friday the 13th, here in L Street. Yeah. My boy Henry needs justice. Can we, like, get a new voice actor for Henry, please? I think the biggest thing that a remake of 4 could use is a voice actor who sounds like they wanted to be there. Wouldn't that be great? Because I'm like, Henry's voice actor in Silent Hill 4 is just like, oh no, what's going on? That seems bad. I wish I could leave my apartment. It's like, Henry, are you okay, bro? I understand that, like, he hasn't slept and it's all meant to be weird and uncanny, but there's a difference between, like, the uncanny voice acting of, like, the original Silent Hill 2, for example, versus Henry in Silent Hill 4, where I think the actor just, like, was, like, number 10 on their list and no one else showed up. And he, like, didn't actually want to do it. I've, like, never heard a voice actor sound so bored in my life. Makes me wonder if the voice actor was actually also, like, trapped in a room somewhere and just couldn't leave. Free him. Oh no, this yellow's running out. No. Thankfully, I do think I have another case of these. And hopefully the other case doesn't also have one of these dried out of the same color. Thought they only said they're doing one. Yeah, I don't know. Now I can't remember what they said. Silent 3 is planned, but they want to see how 1 does. Oh, okay. So, like, yeah, if, like, the remake of 1 does well, then they'll do 3. Yeah, 3 is equal to 1, 4 is equal to 2. I think the illustration is great. There's no such thing as a lost cause. Unless it's the point where you can't do anything. Yeah, I hope it doesn't come to that. I mean, I suppose... absolute worst case scenario, I could always, like, scan it and fix some stuff digitally. I'd prefer not to have to rely on that too much, but things like that do happen. Because, like, for example, with the Deltarune one that I did before, I don't know what happened with Sham here. The color, like, shifted on me. Like, it started off as it was like this. It was like this kind of violet. And then, I don't know, it's like, it bled in a weird way or something as it was, like, drying. And it got really dark, and now it's like this weird shade of purple where it's like, practically looks like Rules card. So in a case like that, like, after I scanned this, I did go in digitally and I, like, color corrected, like, Sham and stuff. So it's not like that's not an option if this Noelle illustration's really, really struggling as far as traditional art goes. But, like, my goal with traditional art is always to at least try as much as I can to get it to look good without relying on the digital aspect, you know? Whereas, like, if I just do an illustration that starts off digital, then obviously, like, whatever, I can do anything I want with that. But with the traditional ones, it's like, you know, if I wanted to rely on the digital aspect, I would have just started it that way. So it's a little bit of stubbornness, I admit, but I'm really hoping I can make this look as good as possible on its own. But if we must fix things digitally, I can do that. Eisenberger was taken. Fight with Abstract Daddy in the remake was so disturbing. They did such a good job with that. I could not believe what a good job they did with it. With the little like hiding spaces and like the way the like rooms and like halls kept changing. I was like, yo, Bloober, save some talent for the rest of us. Damn. They nailed it. It was such a good boss fight. I also really like what they did with Eddie. Again, I feel bad as an OG Silent Hill 2 fan. I feel bad saying this, but like I think they really improved on Eddie in the remake. They just like developed the character a lot more. He was more like it's not like I'm no pun intended, but I felt like they fleshed him out more. I kind of understood him a bit better. He was a very like one note character in the original, you know. So yeah, I feel like they really improved on stuff like that, and I really appreciated that they did that. Yeah. I don't know, the remake was really good. I was so sure it was going to be like my most hated thing ever. I was like, I was ready to storm the internet with my just relenting, violent hatred of the remake. And then I was like, wow, I could not have been more wrong about this. I'm so sorry, Bloober. I completely misjudged you off of the medium. But I guess, like, it goes to show, though, that, like, sometimes it really does come down to, like, experience and stuff. Like, Bloober's a newer team. And I would just take it to mean, like, they learned from working on the medium. You know, they improved, which is all you can ever ask of anyone. No one has to, like, make the most amazing stuff ever at the beginning of their career, you know? The problem only lies when, like, you know, companies and creators, like, don't listen to criticism and don't learn. The hair is definitely improved. Oh man, I hope so. I keep using, like, what I can see on the screen, because that's one of the reasons I like live streaming art, is because I feel like I have an easier time being able to see what isn't working, by being able to also see on the screen how it looks on the live stream. Because, you know, when you're working on art, you kind of develop this sort of like blindness for it, because you just keep seeing it your own way endlessly. That's why they often advise, like, when you're working on art, like, flip the canvas. Like, even with traditional art, sometimes I'll take a photo while I'm working on it and just flip the photo. It's because you need to get, like, a fresh look at it. So I like that when I'm live streaming like this, I can get a whole different perspective on the art based on what I'm seeing on the screen. So, yeah, I am, like, sitting here kind of, like, trying to judge the hair a bit based on what you all are seeing, I guess is the best way I could put it. I do think based on what I'm seeing that, like, this area is just really awful. But, I don't know. I'm so afraid to keep messing with it. I feel like I just keep making it worse. Rose Card song underrated? Yeah, that song is great. Flesh him out. Yeah, I know. I couldn't think of another way to put it. Difficult shading with brown when Noel's fur is orange brown. Yeah, I know. I wasn't really sure what to do with that either, because the other weird thing with her, I kind of didn't really end up doing this, but, like, if you look at her sprites, her antlers are, like, the exact same color as her fur, which is a little strange. So, yeah, I don't know. I ended up making them a bit darker. I was, like, looking over, like, how other artists had done Noelle, just to see, like, you know, what would be, like, a good or bad idea, just based on, like, what better artists had done. And that was something I noticed, was a lot of them actually did darken up the antlers. And I didn't know if that meant that I was also going to. I just was like, let's just go for it and see what happens. But as I was working on it, I was like, yeah, I don't think I really like the whole... There's something too, like, flesh-colored about it. It works in the sprites, but it's kind of weird in an illustration where it's, like, flat flesh antlers. Can't even say that with a straight face. Looks nice. Thank you, Glamrock. Hi, Gavin. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know, I'm trying to see... Again, I'm using, like, the footage to get a better idea of the hair. I mean, it looks nicer now that it's filled in, at least. I, like, tilt it correctly. I don't know. But it's still a little, like, meh. I don't know. Maybe some highlights will help. I think, like, a few, like, white spots and things could bring some life into this. Yeah. The thing, too, is, like, I left a lot of this white space because there's going to be some, like, kind of unique outlining that I'm going to be doing. And that could change the vibes of this whole thing a lot more than you'd think. And it's another case of, like, you can't know till you just do it, unfortunately. Yeah. I don't know. And I was trying to add this, like, icy blueness around here, too, but it's another case where I'm not entirely sure it was working, especially because, like, when shades like that mix with yellow, you know, things start to turn kind of green, and that's no good. I don't know. I do kind of have a bad feeling this is going to turn into, like, a digital touch-up situation. Hi, Athena Broke. Welcome to the stream. Actually, where is that one shade of blue? I think it's this one. Because, yeah, I was trying to, like, just, like, very lightly add this bluish tint around the edges. But it seemed like it worked better with the antlers. I don't know if you can see it, but there's, like, that, like, icy sheen here. It just mixed better with the brown than it did with the yellow. Blonde hair is hard to do. It just is. And I don't love all the brown in here. I don't even know how it ended up so brown. I was trying to avoid using brown. But I don't know, maybe, like, that brown won't stand out so badly, like, once the antlers are filled in, since the antlers are brown. Maybe that could be, like, the last step today. We'll do this final antler, and then maybe I'll end the stream. Because it's been almost 2 hours now. What I found when trying to color Noel is that leaning more towards orange rather than brown on the fur is better. Yeah. Lighter blonde helps. Yeah, unfortunately, the original plan with the hair was, again, like an Art Nouveau style. I wanted to, like, barely put down any yellow and then just wash it all out with water. But I just did what I always do. I'm just like, wow, that sucks. And then I, like, try again, and then I'm like, still sucks. And then I try again, and I keep trying to fix it. And then the next thing you know, nothing is light about it at all, because I just keep trying to fix things that can't be fixed, and then I make everything worse over and over again. And then the next thing you know, the art looks literally nothing like what I wanted, and then I get mad at it, and then I start debating throwing it away, as usual. So it's probably why I haven't drawn anything that I've liked. And I don't even know how long. When was the last time I did anything I liked? I have no clue. Maybe that Spamped in Neo illustration? That was like a year ago. That's sad. Yeah, I can't think of any illustrations I've liked that I've made. None. That's a bummer. Yeah, why don't we, like, at least sort of attempt this antler here, and then we'll call it. Again, I'm probably going to end up embarrassing myself with the antler because this kind of three-dimensional object is pretty much the worst thing for me to try to do, and me trying to do it live, probably going to make it even worse. I hate to say it, but let's give it a shot, shall we? Just describe Tsumugi in general. My sense of time is gone. Yeah, that's the thing with these art streams. And then part of the reason I like to keep them a bit shorter is they actually tend to feel like they move faster. So it's like, I tend to want to like keep that feeling, you know, where like it's good that they feel faster, and I always worry that like if they go on and on and on, then eventually like they're gonna start to actually feel like they lag. They'll overstay their welcome, so to speak. Stars of Toby Fox just makes the last chapter as go running over Noel. At least you're still drawing. Yeah, I mean barely. And part of the reason I'm so slow at doing art is because like all I really do is just sit there hating it and like not knowing what to do because I hate it. And then the next thing you know, it's like I never put out new art because I've just been sitting there staring at it and not actually doing anything. Yeah. I got that sketchbook because I was hoping it would make me stop doing that. And then it turned out I didn't know how to sketch. I don't know how to like do art for fun. I hate to say it. I like lost that ability years ago. Yeah, I don't know how to draw anything cute. I don't know how to draw anything fun. I don't know how to sketch. I don't know how to do anything casually. I don't know how to draw anything I actually like. So that's where I'm at these days. Wee. That's why, like, I don't know. I'm still not entirely sure if, like, I'm going to keep doing these art live streams. Like, I was trying to figure out the 2026 schedule for this channel in general. And, you know, originally I was thinking, like, 3 streams a week. I was looking for, like, the Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday kind of schedule. 'Cause, like, when I was trying to figure out the schedule, you know, I never want this channel to, like, fall into that trap where it gets boring because it's just the same stuff over and over again. So, you know, originally I was thinking, like, okay, if we do 3 streams a week, it could be, like, a Get Ready With Me stream one day, an art stream one day, and then one of my, like, weird one-off ones. Like, I want to do, like, the Glamrock Chica cooking series, for example. But I don't know, part of me does worry that like doing an art stream every week is probably not a great idea. I do think the art streams tend to flop the channel pretty badly. The question then just becomes like, does it flop it long enough that it isn't worth it? You know, like if an art stream flops and then everything picks up again with the next stream, that's one thing. But sometimes I think it can like tank the channel for a long time and then it's not worth it. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to just kind of like, I'm sort of using this time up until Glamrock Chica's finished to gather data and sort of figure out what we're gonna actually be doing with 2026. I have this like little buffer period here before she's done. So yeah, we'll see. I haven't, you know, made any decisions about anything, but we shall see. So talented, just need to believe in yourself. Oh, thank you, Easy Living. I try my best, but my best is not always very good. I honestly despise my art. I quit and go cry in my bed and don't try again for days. Yeah, I almost canceled this stream, I hate to say it. I feel bad admitting that, but yeah, I was so miserable doing art last night that I was like, I don't know if I should really live stream art. Like, that might be a really bad idea. I ended up just like, obviously since I'm here, I decided to just tough it out. But yeah, that's where I was at like last night, where I was like, I don't actually even think it would be a good idea for me to do an art stream, but I don't know. I figured like we'd at least give it a shot, but not every day is a good day for that sort of thing. And I'd say more often than not, I am like extremely miserable with art. Yeah. I wish I could remember the last time I actually liked something I drew. Nothing's coming to mind at all. Not a single thing. So that's already like way too orange though. And then there's not enough room for like the backlight. Man, that was the issue I kept running into on the other side too. Why is that so orange looking? Maybe it was like the ginger was too orange. Not that I mind it being too orange, it's just I don't want it to not match the other side. Like that would look weird. Put some more khaki in there or something. Yeah, I don't know. That already looks weird to me. And I'm not entirely even sure why it looks so weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this illustration. I feel like it keeps getting worse. That's not a good sign. I keep hoping for a miracle, and I don't think there is gonna be one. Hi, Marsha Howe? Did I say that right? Your art is gorgeous. Oh, thank you, Zonara Edits. Your art is beautiful. Thank you, Marsha. Got myself a sketchbook for practice and experimentation, but ended up as a doodle book with random ideas and almost no practice. It's such a mood. Look up hyperfixation characters you find when you like and you draw them a bunch of ways you find fun. Yeah, I used to do that. I try to remember what it was like back when I like had some kind of like art soul. It was so long ago though, I don't really remember. Gosh, I can't remember. I definitely used to do things like that. I'd find like a hyperfixation character and just draw them over and over. But I can't even remember who the last one was. Couldn't possibly tell you. Could have been 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Don't know. I'm an old lady. The timeline is long and dull and grim. It's mostly been terrible. Didn't know how to bake, and you've seen what I've posted. Yo, that banana maple buttercream idea of yours, so peak. I wish I had thought of that. Because, like, I love things like banana bread and stuff. And, like, your idea to combine, like, because that was my one complaint with that cookie recipe. Is I thought the maple glaze was a little boring. It was a little too plain for me. Making it into, like, a banana buttercream, I was like, that I think would make them, like, next level. Because I did think to myself, if I made those cookies again, there's just a few little things I would do to elevate them. And that would absolutely be one of those things. Hope you learn how to have fun with your art again someday. Makes me sad that so many artists have a hard time liking their own art. Yeah, yeah, I mean, I kind of doubt that day would ever come again for me, unfortunately. You know, the problem is, like, I for better or for worse, like, I work in the art scene. Let's face it, that's the fastest way to kill your love for something, is to make a career out of it. Yeah, I mean, working in conventions is pretty soul-crushing. I can't really, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't like hold out hope for for art, like, ever, you know. Those days are a long past for me, I think. Yeah. Yeah, there's certain artists I follow online where I'm, like, a little envious of how much they still seem to be, like happy. I keep trying to think of nicer ways to word this, and I can't really, like, it sounds so bad, but I should take a break from doing art. I wish I could, but I think I kind of need it though from a job standpoint. Print off some art from someone you like, color it yourself. But what if the people I like color so well that I can't imagine tainting their art with my coloring skills? Sounds like a crime. The simplest character in Undertale. You're probably meant to hate Flowey. Yeah, I mean, I got some good practice with Flowey in that one Undertale art that I did. I did have a lot of fun just doodling, like, his face over and over. Those are fun faces. I like how ridiculous they are. I like this one especially. You want to talk about a fun face to draw? Hi, Casey. Is that Noel Holiday? Yeah. Or at least it was meant to be. I'm not quite sure what it's turning into here. I don't think I'm really doing her a whole lot of justice, but it started off as Noel Holiday. Now it's kind of like a mushy something. A mishmash of some sort of character here. She got very, like, muddy. Maybe I just need more water. I had such a different vision in my head for this one where it was going to be so much more, like, washed out in a good way, and it just can't seem to, like, even come close to that. It's such a, like, such a muddy mess. And the problem is, you know, once it gets too muddy, you can't really fix it anymore. Yeah. I mean, it's like, I'd love to... I know I was saying, like, I could fix things up digitally, but, like... I mean, at that point, I don't know if I'd bother. I hate to say it. Artistic parabola. I'm not sure what that is. Or like parabola. Thank you, Clamrock. That's why I stayed out of art for a job. Yeah. I've made some weird life choices. That's all I can say. Yeah, art ended up kind of happening like as a job out of desperation. And now I'm just sort of stuck. I mean, I don't hate it or anything, but, you know. Yeah. I do envy a lot of, like, artists online, though, where I'm just like, man. I kind of do wish I had taken a different path. Because some of them, I think, like, they were able to make a career out of it, but, like, when they were at a different point on their timeline than I was, maybe things would have worked out differently if I'd maybe approached things differently. I don't know. Moments when you feel like you're getting worse, but that isn't really the case. I don't know. I think I'm actually getting worse. Or respect but don't care for the coloring. Just like seek out an artist where I'm like, man, this person's color sucks. That'd be pretty funny. Just be on the hunt for like or I guess just like look at artists who don't even do color right, you know, like go find like all the good comic inkers out there and then just like go color their stuff. Love the follow piece. Oh, thank you, Lunimer. There's so much talent. Oh, thank you, a cute pumpkin clodhopper. That's a fun name to say. Oh, hi, Dad. Almost forgot about your live stream today. I'm here now. Looks very religious. Yeah, that's actually intentional. Yeah, I know someone mentioned that before, that it was giving, like, I can't remember the name of that piece, but, like, the one, like, Mary, I don't know, who is it? I don't know much about religious art, but, like, you'd know the piece if you saw it, and, like, that's kind of what I was going for, because, like, Noelle's whole thing is, like, there's a lot of that, like, religious imagery with the character, and I was kind of trying to channel that. Like, I didn't draw her this way, but, like, even if you look at her sprites, it's kind of funny, because it's, like, I mean, her horns are basically crosses. Like, Toby, you're not slick. But I didn't do it that way just because, like, I don't know, I was going for something a little more realistic than her, like, goofy little cross things, but yeah. I'm glad you made it, though, Dad, because actually I'm probably not going to be live too much longer. My art streams are usually shorter, so I'm not sure quite how much longer I'll be here, but probably wrap it up in the next, like, 20-25 minutes or so. Well, holiday fan art? Yeah. Might post some of my art in the community tab. Yeah, please do. I always encourage people to, like, share their art. That's why, like, whenever people ask me if it's okay to draw, like, fan art of my cosplays, not only do I always say yes, but I also always tell them, like, to tag me and stuff, because I just always think, like, the more art online, the better. And I love to see it. I'm always trying to, like, encourage people to make more art. We can never have too much of it, you know? Like, yeah. Virgin Mary. Yeah, it's like, it's one of those, like, it's a famous piece that I was trying to channel. I think it was probably the Virgin Mary in it, but I can't, maybe it was a saint, though, or something. Wait, is she a saint? I don't know enough about Christianity. Sorry. I'm probably misspeaking here, like, I'm sounding ignorant, but she's a, wait, is she a saint? I don't know. I'd ask one of my roommates who grew up in that environment, but they're not home right now. Hi, Mom. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we're not gonna be here too much longer, but I'm glad that you and Dad made it here for the end. We'll probably, like, wrap it up in the next, like, yeah, like 20-25 minutes. Maybe I'll try to, like, finish up this antler and then we'll mosey on out. Religious iconography is a thing. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's, I mean, it's definitely not, like, unintentional on Toby Fox's part that, like, this character, like, her name is literally Noelle Holiday. Like, like, he knew what he was doing with that one. It's definitely meant to be evoking a lot of iconography. There's even that part in chapter 2 where Noelle is, like, strung up, like she's on a cross or something, and it just looks bad. It just looks bad. I keep trying to find ways to sugarcoat that, and I just have to be blunt about it. It just looks bad. Sorry. Sorry, Noelle. You deserved better. Maybe I'll have to just, like, try again. I don't know. I don't know if this one is salvageable. I was hoping by the time I got to the end of the hair that I'd, like... Alright, let's at least finish up the antler here, but I don't see much of a future for this illustration. Sorry, Noelle. I hope my cosplay does you more justice than my attempt at drawing you does. Man. Major yikes. I should have known with the antlers. 3D things like this is just a death sentence for me. Funny thing is, I was looking at, like, what other Noelle fan artists had done, and so many of them totally didn't even try to make the antlers look 3D. It was kind of making me laugh. I mean, talk about a mood. Like, I'm not judging them for it, but it was kind of funny how many of them were like, we're just gonna do her antlers in flats. I was like, I get you. I totally get you. Things like antlers, you're like, man, I don't wanna. I kind of wish I had done them, like, I don't know. I used to have this, like, creepy, like, vine-ish way of inking things. I should have just done that. Made them look more like tree roots or something. I think that's my biggest problem lately, is I keep trying to just do things that aren't even in my own style. I keep just trying to do, like, other things, and I feel like that's bad. Like, I look at this and I'm like, this doesn't even look like anything I would do. What is this? What am I looking at here? But I don't know. I know from the past that if I were to draw this the way I want to draw it, everyone would really hate it. But actually, everyone already hated this one. So, I really should have given up on this one after the shorts video flopped so badly. 100 likes for 5,000 views has to be the most brutal ratio I've ever gotten on any video ever. I can do anything. Yeah, I know, Jevil. You also know how to beat me over 90 times during the live stream. Oh, you're actually... Yeah. For those who don't know, those are actually my parents. They do join my streams sometimes. My daughter was way cooler than me, says you're talented. Oh, thank you. Tell your daughter I say thank you. Mary is a saint. Oh, okay. All believers are saints. Really? I did not know that. Yeah, sorry, I don't know much about, like, that whole, like, any of that stuff. So, yeah, I apologize if I occasionally, like, feel, if I sound, ignorant. It's a complete lack of knowledge on my part. It's buffering. Oh, no, are we having Wi-Fi problems again? We've been having Wi-Fi issues this whole stream. I don't know why. I hope it doesn't happen again. We were doing so good there for the last, like, 30 minutes. I have no sound? Oh no. I hope we're not having issues again. Yeah, let me know if there's any, like, obvious problems with the stream. Because the Wi-Fi was, like, visibly going down there for a while. Sans Undertale. What's up, Sans? Don't force yourself to continue something you hate. Yeah. Then I'd never draw again. Then what? Put it away for a week and come back to it. I don't think I'd come back to it. Judy antlers sound like they just stick popsicle sticks. That's why it was making me laugh. It's like, a lot of the illustrations I was looking at, like, don't get me wrong, they were really good. I was, like, saving a bunch of them even, like, just, like, on my phone, like, all these really, really just fantastic Noelle illustrations. But it was, like, making me laugh that, like, a lot of them, it was turning into that, though, of, like, just kind of, like, cross-shaped popsicle sticks for antlers. And again, I'm like, I get it. I totally get it. Who the heck wants to draw antlers? They suck. They're not fun to do. But it is just kind of funny, like, the results that come from that. Frankly, I mean, I think those people were on the right track, though. I kind of wish I had just done flats with this one. I think that would have helped a lot. So I kind of regret that I didn't just do it that way. I always do that, though. I did the same thing with the Deltarune illustration, like the chapter 1 art, where I was like, just do flats, because you're not good at not doing flats. And then as soon as I started trying to just do flats, I was like, it's not good enough. Everyone's gonna say I suck. Okay, let's try shading it. And I started shading it, and I was like, oh no, it's worse now. Can't take it back. I don't know. I keep thinking I might redo that entire Deltarune illustration too. Because if I'm gonna make a series out of it, you know, where I do like one for each chapter, it's not a good start. I don't really want to move on to the second one if I don't even like the first one. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where to like go from here. I don't know. We'll see. Well, let's at least try to finish up these antlers. At the very least, you know. Let's see how they turn out. I mean, it's possible there's like more I could do with them later once they've dried a bit more. I'm afraid to do too much to them now when the paper's very wet. Because, yeah, it's gonna like... That's when things are gonna get real funky. The paper ain't gonna like that. I wonder what would happen if I just like started this illustration over and like actually like truly tried to like dedicate to like an Art Nouveau thing. Like the absolute just like bare minimum color. As washed out as I can possibly make it. just feel like I'd end up with the same thing though. I can't seem to help myself. Like, I don't know how to, like, reel it in, you know? Flats look great on their own. Rendering isn't for everyone. Yeah. Problem is, like, all my favorite artists are so good at rendering. I wish I could do that. Hi, Chaco Uranaka, did I say that right? I probably didn't. I'm so sorry. I'm always trying to read out usernames because I want to, like, greet people, but then the way I read them out sounds so bad. Liking this masterpiece. This will be one I purchase soon. Are you sure? I don't know. I don't know if I'll be finishing this one. Too tired enough to go wake up early to stay any longer. That's okay, Foxa. We're going to be wrapping up in a moment here, too. Hope you'll do the artwork well. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I haven't really decided. I don't know if this one will end up going anywhere. I'm also just like, you know, I'm still unsure about art streams in general. This will be a year of experimentation. Oh no, this one's starting to go dry too. Like I said, I do have a backup case of these, but yeah, a bunch of these are starting to like lose their pigments. Yeah, 2026 is definitely gonna be the year of like experimenting, figuring out exactly where we're going with this channel. So I'm kind of like trying stuff and observing, seeing what happens. Because I really want to like make this year work if I can. So I need to see like what sticks and what doesn't. And I'm iffy on the art live streams. We're gonna see where they go from here. Okay, I tried to like leave at least some room for like a backlight here. I don't know if I left enough room though. I don't understand why this antler looks so much more orange than the other one. I swear I used the exact same colors. Unless I didn't? I thought I did. It's weird. It's like the other antler looks so much more like cool toned. And I'm not sure what like the reason is for that. It's weird. I'm using this blue here to see if I can cool it down a little, but I don't think so. It's very strange. I mean, it's like it cools it down a bit, but I don't know. I must have like accidentally thrown like a color in there that's different or something. Something's different. You'd think I'd remember because like the other antler, I did it like just last night. It's not like it was a while ago. Weird. Such a wonderful artist. Is there anything else you do? I was looking for your videos. Oh, thank you, Josamora. Experimenting is good. If this doesn't work out, other things will. Yeah. I could use a win. I feel like it's been a while since I've like had any art work out. Jeez. I'm still waiting to hear from a couple conventions too, and I'm like, boy, I have not put my best foot forward lately. I hope I don't end up regretting that. Let me see if I can get that like that cool tone here. Because I liked the way the blue looked on the other side where it like gives it like that frosted vibe. I wish I could have done that with the hair more, but it just didn't work out. I think there was just too much yellow in the hair, you know? And it's like, then it's everything turns so green. It's just not a good color combo. Yeah, even there, it's like, now it's like too blue though. Why did that work so much better on the other side? There must be a different color in the antlers here on accident or something. Something's different. I have no clue. Well, I guess I'll have to also just see how it dries, because, like, that's the thing with, like, watercolors is they do dry differently. It's possible, like, in the next few hours, like, it's gonna look completely different. They tend to, like, wash themselves out and fade out a bit on their own. So I guess I'll be curious to see what it looks like when it settles. That might make a difference. I don't know. I guess that's where we're at now. For better or for worse. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Okay, how about I'll stay until 30, so like 7 more minutes. And then we'll wrap this one up. Trying to see if I can like dry it out a bit faster so we can see the colors a bit better. There's just something very off about the whole thing. Also, I don't know how y'all who wear glasses can deal with it. It like hurts the back of my ears so much every time I wear them. Is that normal? It could also be because I got these glasses from a thrift store, so they're probably like not sized correctly for me. For all I know, these were like children's glasses or something. But since I don't normally wear glasses, like anytime I wear them for cosplay, I'm like, man, these like just are like agony after a while. You'd think I'd be used to it because I wear sunglasses all the time, but they always just really get to me. Could also because like the wig, you know, kind of pushes down on them, which is like uncomfortable. Do you have silver and gold markers? Yeah, the original idea that I was going to do was to do either silver or gold for all of the like white like jewels, you know? That's why like I wasn't worried about painting over them with colors, because if I do add metallics later, those just completely go on top of the colors. They don't really like, they don't really mix or anything. They're not a problem. But I don't know. I didn't want to like put metallics down until I was sure about the colors underneath. But I think that they're not very good. Because the original idea I had was like have like red outlined with gold all the way around. Just have this sort of like red gold contrast, and then like the gold could carry on like through the jewels and everything. But I don't know if it would be worth like going through all that effort if the actual like core illustration itself is like very iffy. Because like the problem too is like in areas like the face and stuff, like I've overworked it so much I'm almost afraid to do anything else there, because it's like I don't know how much more water the paper can even handle. So I don't know. Glasses are agony. Okay, so it is normal then. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I wear sunglasses all the time, but usually with sunglasses, my issue is always like pain on the nose where they sit. I don't usually struggle with the ears much. But anytime I wear like normal glasses like this, I always find like the back of the ears like ends up hurting. But like I said, these are from a thrift store. Like I'm sure these were like sized for someone else and then just ended up there. So that probably doesn't help the situation, but yeah. Ugh. This drives me nuts. Because at this point I've been wearing these glasses for like 3 hours or something, and I'm just like, ugh, over it. Love it. Oh, thank you, cute pumpkin cloudhopper. Yeah. I don't know. I was hoping to like have more of an idea by the end of this, but I feel like just as confused now as when I started the stream. I'm not sure why I thought I would know better by the end of the stream. I guess I thought like if the hair was filled out, I would just like have more of a vision of what this would end up as. But no. No, I still don't know. I still have no answers here. Tsumugi glasses are probably fake anyway. Yeah. I hadn't popped the lenses out of these yet until today. So, yeah, like I put the wig on and then I pulled out the glasses. I'd never worn these with the cosplay yet. The old pair I used to wear with Tsumugi, they were actually one of my roommate's glasses with the lenses popped out. Yeah, these are the ones from the thrift store, and this is the first time I'm wearing them. So, yeah, I put on the wig and I slipped on the glasses and was like, why is everything so blurry? Oh, right. And had to like force the lenses out. They're like sitting on the bathroom counter right now. I haven't even thrown them out yet. Thing is, like, I probably the prescription didn't seem very high. I probably could have put up with the blurring a bit, if not for the fact that I was doing an art stream. I was like, okay, I can't have blurry vision when I have to do art. It's not compatible. So let's get rid of these lenses. It's Noel from Deltern, yeah. Or at least it was attempting to be. I tried. That was the plan originally. Gosh, I don't know. The only problem is if I don't finish this one, then I won't have a new shorts video though. I haven't done like an art shorts video in such a long time. Oh man. Not that those are very good for the channel either. I have no clue. It's amazing. Keep up the peak art. Oh, thank you, vegan hater. Yeah, we'll see. I haven't made any decisions. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I knew which conventions I was doing this year. I keep thinking that I have to like put out some shorts videos and stuff so that like if they're trying to figure out who gets tables in the artist alley, they'll like see that my channel isn't just cosplay. Usually showrunners hate cosplayers. But I just don't know if this is it. Oh, thank you so much for the $2 super chat, vegan hater. Thank you. That's very kind of you. This is the only super chat of the stream. I don't usually expect super chats during art live streams. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Was that Noel? Yeah, I was trying for Noel. Yeah. That was the original plan. Now I'm like, I don't know what this is. Hi, Soft New Overdrive. It's peak. Oh, thank you, Bizarre Creator. Is it? I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't decided what the fate of this illustration is. Like I said, like part of me wants to finish it just to have a shorts video. But gosh, I don't know. The last one flopped so badly. Maybe it would be better to not have one. I wonder what the dislike ratio was like. I actually didn't check. All I know is it was like 100 likes for 5,000 views, which is beyond brutal. But I didn't actually look at the dislikes. It's probably pretty bad though. I feel like the ratio can't be that off without a ton of dislikes. Oh my gosh, one of my circus baby videos, it's from a few days ago, has like 10% dislikes. I was like, oh my gosh, I really offended YouTube with that one. Sorry, my bad. Can't win them all. Can't win most of them. You also say hi. Oh, hi. Unfortunately, it's also bye. I was just about to end the stream. Yeah, apologies to anyone who just showed up. Yeah, we've been here about 2.5 hours, which I'd say is like pretty much the typical length of my art streams. So I was gonna head out because I haven't had dinner yet. I gotta like get this cosplay off and like finally have some food. Makeup looks good. Oh, thank you, Molly. But yeah, I guess for those who like the makeup, I will be back on Sunday though. We're gonna finally attempt the Ballora live stream. I mean, I suppose even if the skirt doesn't end up working, I mean, the makeup is still gonna happen one way or another. I mean, I suppose that's the good part, right? If the skirt doesn't work, I mean, we'd still have probably like 4 hours of decent live stream up until like a failure at the very last minute. So that's something. It would be a bad way to end it, but we could still have the stream at least. But yeah, I'll be back on Sunday. And we start earlier on weekends. I'm probably gonna do like 2 p.m. EST on Sunday for Ballora. Yeah, because usually like my weekend cosplay streams, I tend to do the more challenging cosplays, so that's why like I start earlier and stick to the weekends for those, because yeah, it's like if I had to guess, that live stream would probably be like minimum 5 hours. So it'll probably start around 2 p.m. EST. Love you, Lot Channel. I'll be here on Sunday too, okay? I think we'll turn off. I know. Thank you, Dollar Chew. Love you too. Yeah, I hope the Sunday stream goes well. I gotta spruce up the cosplay a bit. I'm pretty sure from the last time I did it, there's like missing rhinestones and things. Like the wig is all disheveled. I gotta like go back through it and like kind of patch everything up before Sunday. Actually, in fact, you know what? At the very least, I should make the thumbnail for the stream tonight. Yeah, because you know what? I'm gonna try to like have the stream scheduled early tomorrow so that there's like a good 48 hours notice, you know, for people to like hit that notify me button and stuff. But yeah, I will be back Sunday. And as far as next week goes, I have literally no clue what we're doing. So yeah, all I can say for sure is we're doing Ballora, and then we'll figure out what happens after that. The start of this gorgeous snow live stream's already ending. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, this always happens. I always feel so bad. Like I stream for a while and then people show up near the end, and it's like, I mean, I've said this before. My tinfoil hat theory is that the YouTube like algorithm AI like listens for keywords, and so the moment a live streamer starts saying certain words that indicate they're gonna wrap up soon, you know, it's to YouTube's benefit to have people stream as long as possible, right? Like they want the AdSense and stuff. So like as soon as you start indicating that you're gonna head out, they start sending your stream like out into the feed and everything. Because it happens every time. It's kind of interesting. I always find it fascinating when you can like see the algorithm thinking. It's a little like dystopian, but it's interesting. But yeah, should probably wrap it up here. It's a fact I'm sure they do. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I say tinfoil hat theory, but I don't think it's that far-fetched. I actually think it like makes total sense, and it always happens. It's eerie, and it's eerie how predictable it is that it happens every time. And I'm not the only one that's noticed it. But then the problem is like, you know, I always end up feeling bad because then I'm like, oh no, like all these people showed up as I'm leaving. But that's what YouTube wants. Like they want you to feel bad because they want you to stay and keep streaming because that's good for them. But yeah, usually my art streams are anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, and it has been over 2.5 hours. And I think this is a good stopping point. Yeah, we've got the hair done and the antlers sort of done. And then if there was anything else I was going to do to the hair and antlers, I would just want to wait a little bit until like the water saturation isn't so bad. and kind of like see how they fade out a bit. But yeah, we'll see like whether or not I finish this art. I don't know. Maybe I'll just like have some dinner and dwell on it a bit and like see what I think afterwards. Yeah, I really would have liked to have at least had a shorts video. Yeah, I don't know. Me staring at it clearly isn't helping, so. How far I think they say the magic words, they send more people. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Now that I've pointed it out, you're going to start noticing it. It's weird. It's very, very eerie that it always happens that way. These capture my attention enough to want to make me follow to watch on Sunday. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah, the Sunday stream should be very interesting. Yeah, I'll be doing my Ballora cosplay. She's been out of commission for a while because I made an automatic mechanical spinning skirt for her, and it has some issues. But I think they are resolved now, so we'll find out. Fingers crossed. Anyway, we should probably wrap this up, but thank you all so much for joining. I hope that y'all enjoyed the stream, because yeah, like I said, I'm still not sure yet about the art streams. I don't know if people enjoy them or not, but I hope that you do. And yeah, I'll hopefully see some of you on Sunday. I was here for her last time. Oh yeah, when was that? That must have been like a couple months ago. Jeez. The number of issues I've had. I'll get into it more on Sunday, but it is like sitcom levels of absurdity how many issues I ran into. You would not even believe it. It sounds made up how out of control the problems were. Hi, Stalin Foot Fetish. Later, yeah, I'm gonna head out because I'm hungry. I want dinner. That's very cool. Thank you. Well, yeah, thank you so much for joining, y'all. And yeah, I do hope I'll see some of you all on Sunday. Some of you all doesn't make sense. I said it and then I was like, that's like an oxymoron, but you know what I mean. Good to see you again. Yeah, you too. Did I come at a wrong time? Yeah, unfortunately the stream is ending. We've already been here for like 2.5 hours now, so almost 3 hours actually. So yeah, I'll be heading out. You'll be there, Loose Frames? Oh, good. Glad to hear it. So yeah, I will see some of y'all very soon. And I said it again, some of you all. That doesn't make sense. I need to like remove that from my vocabulary or something. That phrase makes absolutely no sense. Well, no, it does. Some of you all. No, I guess it makes sense. Whatever. It just sounds weird for some reason. But yeah, I will return on Sunday. Of course, there will be shorts videos in the meantime. Don't know yet exactly who I'll be sharing for shorts videos, but regardless, I shall return soon. So thank you all for joining. And I'm gonna go eat food. Bye, everyone.